My name is Zach Griffith. I am obsessed with hunting big game on their turf and their terms. When I need motivation to push myself, there's certain guys that I feel raise the bar. You're about to meet each of them. These are my hit list. Next on my hit list is the big dog, Brady Miller. The first time I met this guy, he was about a foot taller than I expected. Towering in at 6'5", it's amazing this guy is so technical and effective with his bow. He's got a crazy long draw weight and pulls some heavy poundage. He's launching javelins out there, but he's also an assassin with his rifle. Brady takes amazing photos and he is always smiling. Brady is the digital content manager for a company called Go Hunt. They're an online resource that has a ton of information on Western big game hunting. I've always had a ton of respect for Brady because the first time I really saw him, he killed a giant coos deer with his bow down in Mexico. Since then, it seems like it's endless carnage of all the awesome animals this guy just keeps stacking. This fall was no exception. Brady went on a mule deer tear for about a month straight, putting down 3 absolutely awesome deer. Let's go meet him and learn some of his tricks of the trade. What's up?
What's up, bud?
I told you he was 7 feet tall, especially with the step.
Oh, right.
This is a little different in Montana, huh?
Oh my gosh, yeah, big difference.
I bet it's like blowing your mind.
From really small to, yeah.
Dude, it's pretty chilly too.
Oh yeah.
This is pretty tame.
I know. I need to
I've
go
seen
back.
different series. I'm gonna definitely like put some pictures of your beard transitions.
Oh,
and
how they go
stuff.
from like nothing when I am miserable and mad at myself to like thinking
Yeah.
crazy before
When
like,
you're
next season.
awesomer.
Yeah.
This is my wife, Rocky.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This
Yeah.
is Big Brady Miller. I don't know what
Heard a
it
lot
was
about
about
ya.
you, but I saw, the first time I saw you was your coos buck.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy killed, and I'll post it, the most badass cruiser ever with his bow.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, I'm like, when I met you, I was like, dude, that looks like that guy, but I don't think it's him because he's not that big. Are you 6'5"?
6'5", yeah.
You play basketball?
Yeah, I just had a game last night. Actually, we won. So,
You played like rec league? and
yeah,
stuff?
rec league. Yeah.
Nice,
So
man.
they're pretty competitive. They're always D1 players, so it's fun.
So you're here via Montana
Yep.
for Go Hunt?
Yep. For Go Hunt.
Very cool. How
Yeah.
long you been living here?
3 years now, and
Wow.
still haven't got used to this desert stuff, and it's not my style. I'm used to the rain and snow, nasty stuff, and
Have you been around chasing critters around town at all?
no, I really want to go out and scout for sheep and stuff like that because there's so much good.
There's big
sheep
mule
stuff.
deer right here too.
Oh yeah.
It's really wild. And then you got your bighorns right here on the dam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was a transplant too, and I went to Phoenix, and man, the first little while, I'm not kidding, I hunted mule deer for 3 years. I didn't see one.
Yeah.
I saw coos deer because
Yeah.
I was looking up.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then these local guys are like, dude, you're looking way too high. The muleys are in the flats. Then all of a sudden, I got some Swirl 15s and started learning how to hunt, and deer just popped up.
Yeah,
So
the desert stuff's when you learn.
it was very, very cool. So avid bow hunter, avid rifle guy. I've had a lot of people actually ask me to meet with you, and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to meet with. And then I was like, dude, Vegas shot. It worked
Shot
out.
show, yeah.
We're going to
Just
shot
because I
tomorrow.
leave tomorrow for Sacramento.
You're not going to shot at all?
No, I got to go to Sacramento to do the Go Hunt booth there. So we're splitting up. Half the team's going to shot, other half's going to Sacramento.
So what's your like? What do you do at Go Hunt? Like,
So I manage all of our editorial side of it. So I'll build all the articles and manage all our writers and tell them, hey, we need an article about elk hunting in the rut. Go ahead and go do it. And I'll tear it all apart and send it off to an editor, and I build it and put it on the website. And
do you have a journalism background?
I was biology background, so heavily in journalism side, and I was heavy in like the math side. So it's like writing reports and stuff like that was always like what we had to do for biology.
I tried to get into dental school, and I already had all the English because I'm a journalism major.
Yeah.
So I just had to take a couple bio classes and organic chem and stuff. So that's cool. But Go Hunt, you're an online magazine, tons of content. Like your guys' feature films are so badass. Like
Heck yeah.
when they come on, I'm subscribed. When on YouTube, I'm like, yes, like doing cardio. Because you guys, I mean, I know it's you doing the filming, but there's other guys too, right?
Yep.
You guys have some really good DSLR stuff.
Just trying to take a different edge, not try to like do
Oh, it's
things down
so
a little
real,
bit
dude.
and like
Oh,
it's
it's
raw.
so real.
and
I love the sound of it. That you guys see
Mhm.
big deer, you miss shots, you
try to
show it
those,
all.
yeah. We have quite a few coming out this year still, and unfortunately I wasn't on any this year, but maybe next year.
Yeah, but you had a year.
Yeah,
so
they should have been
I'm gonna
carrying
toot your
around.
horn, bro. I mean, you're so damn humble. I kept seeing his pictures. I'm like, holy, I mean, it's just boom, boom, boom. You just have this muley tear. It was so rad.
All these guys keep ragging on me. It's like, you live out west. You should be hunting elk. And I'm like, no, there's mule deer. I mean, they're...
So break down real quick, because I'm going to overlay this. What did you do with your mule deer this year? Because I can't remember the order of them.
Yeah, so I had a Nevada tag, I had a Wyoming tag, a Colorado tag, and a Montana tag. And I ended up going 3 for 4.
With some
It was
slugs, not just like filling tags. These are pigs.
So yeah, Nevada was a struggle. I ended up 35 yards from a double main beam buck for like an hour and kept going full draw on him. And he would buy this rock cliff and there would stand up. Every time he would stand, he would like go away from me. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna get my shot. He'd turn for a little bit, come back and like bed back down.
Wind was good the whole time.
Oh yeah, it was good the whole time. Until I tried to go down a little closer, until I was like, I need to do something. And then his little friend busted out. So I didn't take anything in Nevada, but my friend from Minnesota, I took him out to Nevada with me and he got a nice 160 buck on his first stock ever.
You took a really cool picture of it, I remember. It was all velvet, obviously.
Yep, all velvet. It was perfect. It shot from like 5 yards off a rock cliff. Just like, he's from Minnesota, never hunted the mountain before, never seen a mule deer. And then just like, shot one like that, first stock.
Top pin.
And I was like, oh my gosh.
That's
like,
not normal, dude.
No, definitely not.
It's like a tree stand. Like, no, it's not.
Yeah, now he's hooked. Now he's like, oh, we need to go to Utah. We need to go to Colorado. I'm like, yeah, we're going to build you some points. We're going to get there. And so yeah, Nevada. Then I went to Wyoming. Went Wyoming twice. Did the rifle hunts. I couldn't schedule with my other work commitments. But so yeah, I went September 15th with llamas and passed up a ton of bucks and just grinded it out. And passed a buck I probably shouldn't have passed, which the guy who shot him said it was like 182. It was in velvet still.
Oh, wow.
And it was September 15th in velvet. It was, some velvet was hanging off it, but it was just like, I had him at 275 yards, rifle on him.
Just weren't ready?
I was just like, it was for opening day.
Oh.
And I was like, gosh, what should I do? I didn't know there was another guy in the basin at all. I saw their horses way down
Yeah,
below.
all the time.
At all the time. I was like, I had a whole week to do this, and all of a sudden, like, I started doing a bunch of digital footage, you know, looking at the deer. I was like, oh, whatever, I could shoot if I want to. And
that's the one I posted it. You took a picture of your camera and said, this guy just killed the buck I wanted. But you gave him, like, it was actually really cool. It was like, you gave him props.
Yeah, I actually
gave him the picture and video.
I gave him pictures and video, and
so
yeah, and all of a sudden, then, like, yeah, I heard the shot crack off, and I'm like, saw the deer tumble over, and all of a sudden I heard him talking, and I yelled down, you guys need any help? And they're like, oh no, like, you don't need any help, but like, we've never had anyone offer to help before. I was like, well, what am I gonna do? I'm back here, it's 15 minutes till dark, I can walk down there and pack out stuff with you guys. And
dude, you know what I realized, man? Like, when you meet guys that hunt where we go, in the areas, you know, and I'm not saying we're cool, I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying we take it to a level where there's a lot of preparation and planning, and I think skill and experience. The guys you meet up there, they're just, most of them are really, really sharp.
They're like your family, because it's like,
they're like, oh my gosh, you're like me.
Yeah, it's like a little community of, okay, we're all back here together. We might be like competition, and like, I want to get that dog for you, dude. But it's like, you get one down.
But they, you know, they appreciate it.
And you're
like, if anyone's gonna kill that deer, it's you. You know, at least you can kill him on the winter range, road hunting or something.
Exactly.
You
earned him back there.
You earned him.
Man, the guy who shot the deer, that was his biggest deer ever. So it's like,
I don't know. I hope I can drag that picture. I'll overlay it because that picture was rad. It was just a cool shot through a digiscope of the actual image. So, so you passed on that buck. That turned out kind of sloppy. Then what happened?
Yeah, I started grinding it, running into grizzly bear tracks, and then I was hunting an area bordered with wilderness, and you can't hunt.
Oh, I know where you were.
Yeah, I know. I hate those wilderness laws.
Yeah.
So yeah, I saw this tank of a deer out in the wilderness area, and I ended up hearing later on someone shot like a 200 deer in that little basin, and so I don't know if it was my deer I wasn't going after because it was a giant frame, but
yeah.
So that was shot, and I passed up something like 50 some bucks. It was silly. I was seeing like, 2 points, 3 points, decent sized fours. I was like, I'm seeing so many deer, I'm gonna go home happy passing a deer. And then randomly towards the end of the season, like Lorenzo and my boss was like, Brady, you need to go back. And I'm like, I really want to go back. And I'm just like, there's only 5 days left of the season. When should I go? I was like, well, there's a storm coming. Hit it when the storm goes. So I just like planned everything. Drove all night. It was like 12 and a half hour drive. Got there, got set up in the morning, and then it was snowing the whole night, and I had to hike in the snow all morning from like 3 o'clock all the way on, get all the way up there.
Same exact country though. You didn't.
No, I moved. I did move. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I figured this other area might have maybe more deer in it and less, like, because the elk hunting season opened too. They didn't want to run a bunch of elk hunters. I saw a lot of elk, but it was the first time.
Smart.
And so I moved spots and then hiked all the way up in the snow, and it was just snowing all that next day, spitting. I couldn't see anything, fogged in. I was like, what am I going to do? That was the second to last day. Tomorrow was the last day of the season. And they're calling for 16-degree temperatures. I don't have llamas this time. I'm just all on my back, hiking all the way up.
Alone too?
Alone too, yeah, in Grizz country. Yeah. And so I'm up there, like, sat meshing my dad. I'm like, hey, here's what I'm doing. I can't see anything. He's like, you need to grind it out and stay up there. I'm like, I know. It's like, it's gonna be 16 degrees out in the morning, and I had like limited stuff. So I'm like sitting there, all my lanterns I have set up, like burn all my propane. Like I don't even want to eat tonight. I just want all the warmth I can and drink all my water. And then, the next day I woke up and it was freezing ass cold out and like foot and a half of snow. And then boom, basin. I was glassing right below my camp. Just bucks everywhere, just like
bluebird skies.
Bluebird skies, yeah.
Photos.
All that stuff just worked out perfect. It's like I wish I could post scenery photos because it's like
you don't
those stuff is just like amazing what it looks like up there. And yeah, I just found the buck almost within the first hour. And there was
big ass inline.
Big ass inline, yeah. That's the first thing I saw was the inline. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm going after you. Like
I posted a picture of like, dude, this guy like. Not only is like the buck glorious, but the photo, I was like, this everything about it. I was like, repost.
It's so perfect. And then like even going down to where the buck was, because I made like a foot and a half of snow, and some areas were drifted over, and the basin like rolled a little bit, so I was able to like ski down in my boots a little bit, and just like I made time.
Your
so
size
fast
22 shoes.
It's like, man, it was just perfect. And then to take him back there and took.
So those are all selfie shots?
Yeah, all selfie shots. I always just have a tripod and I have a little timer remote. And
very cool.
So it's a pain, but
so just break it down for me, and I don't care. I'm just curious. Like, is he 28 outside kind
of? That Wyoming buck was 25 outside, but my Colorado deer was 28 and a half. That was a really wide one. Yeah.
Is that the next one we'll talk about?
Yeah.
Second season?
Third season.
Third season. Okay.
But it pretty much should have been a second season.
Yeah, we had the same.
Yeah.
We didn't get any tramp or any rut at all.
Yeah. So Colorado, we just grinded it out. I had another coworker with who's never taken a mule deer before, and he was just like, before we got there, he's like, I'm gonna shoot whatever you tell me to shoot, Brady. I'm like, we're going to Colorado. We're gonna find you a 4-point.
Yeah.
We shoot a 140.
Tons of good bucks.
Yeah, get a good quality deer. And so we get there opening day. We see two 4x4s, like 145, 150 inches, like 300 yards away from the truck, and we parked in glassing. And you're like, Ben, you want to go after these deer? And he's like, I don't know. It's opening day. Like, so he's like, gets slowly out of his truck, and by the time we got out of the truck and look over, I'm like, oh, they ran into the aspens. He's like, actually, I was just like really hesitant. Opening day, I didn't want to like burn my tag right away. And he's like, I want to see what else we can find. So he's like sitting here passing up all these deer every single day. And then before he's like, oh, I don't want to pass up deer. I just want to get a deer down. Then we get to the second day. He ends up seeing how kind of hard things start to be. And we like bump deer. He spooks deer. We like get on a big 175-inch buck that he like can't find in the scope multiple times. And he like makes a stalk on himself. Keeps busting it. And finally, like he saw this like little 2-point. We were going after it. And I was like, okay, there's a 4-point over here. I was like glassing, where's this 4-point at? And all of a sudden, boom, he just like cracks the trigger and drops his 2-point. He's like, Brady, I just wanted to be done right now. I'm super happy with this deer, my first deer ever. And I didn't even know we were shooting. It was like, I kind of made it fun a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
So he was dropping a little 2-point, and he was all jacked. He's like, Brady, I was also worried, like, this is day, I think it was 3 or 4, and I didn't even hunt it yet. I was just like, whatever deer you want to go after, you can go after.
Yeah, you're up first.
And he's like, I'm really worried that you're not going to get a deer, so I just want to shoot anything.
You're like, chill, buddy.
Yeah, and then so that evening we went out, scouting a spot I wanted to go, which is a really remote backcountry spot where we actually got to take a 4-wheeler for quite a ways and park it and then hike out a little rim rock to start glassing. Glassing like 2 miles away. So it's a bunch of doe. We haven't seen a lot of deer at all because it's that hot third season.
It was super hot.
So like the evenings, we'd never seen a buck in the evening up until that point. And I still didn't know it was a buck, but I saw 8 does. I saw a big body deer that was kind of looked like it was nose and nose a little bit, and it was 2 miles away. And I'd like zoom in on my digiscoping setup and go into digital zoom to even see it was a rack.
It's all pixelated.
And all I could see was like a little bit of stuff. So like, I need to come back here tomorrow, Ben. And he's like, well, you can go hike all the way out there you want. I'm just going to drop you off in the morning and take the truck and go into town. So he dropped me off at like 3 in the morning on the 4-wheeler, a 45-minute 4-wheeler ride. And I get up and start glassing in the morning, sun up, and I see that deer again. And then same place, same exact spot, way up on the top. It was like almost 10,000 feet in third season. So like deer normally should be.
It's like November 10th.
Yeah, they should be 3,000 feet lower. Mm-hmm. And then just be able to see them. And I was like, finally the sun got up enough, and I could see him through the haze. And I'm like in that digital zoom, and I'm like, oh my god, he's a huge freaking frame.
Yeah.
So like I look at him, I'm like, call my dad. I had cell phone service there. I'm like, Dad, I think I saw a giant. He's like, well, what is it going to score? I'm like, I don't know. It's a big boxy frame. I'm just going to go after it.
You just know. Sometimes you don't add them up.
Like, and he was just, I'm like, it's 2 miles away, I think. But I was like, how long did it take us to get there? Like, hour and a half. It took me like 4 hours to get there.
Just a lot of this.
Brutal. Yeah, I was up and down, all these like oak brush everywhere. And as I was going through the oak brush, I was like, oh, there's a mule deer shed. There's an elk shed. I was like, throwing on my backpack thinking, oh, if I don't get this deer, I have a bunch of sheds.
You're picking up Easter eggs.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be killing a buck.
And then get all the way over there and climb up this big rimrock face finally. And by this point, it was like 2 o'clock, and at noon I drank all my water for the day, all my food.
Because you weren't planning on this big.
I wasn't planning on the big stock, and I'm also like really bad at like day hunts. I'd rather go out and backpack hunts. I have everything on me.
Prepared.
But I'm like going from a hotel room to hunting. I forgot my water drops, forgot my purification stuff.
You're flustered.
So I had nothing with me, and I'm like, oh my god, what am I gonna do if I should get this deer now? And I'm just like, I gotta keep going. And then I get up to the top of the rim rock. I thought I could shoot from. He was bedded in some aspens. And I get up there and it's all flat. It wasn't like a big bowl or like drop down where I could shoot from.
Never looks the same.
It never looked the same. I'd never been in this country before.
Yeah.
And so I sat up there, waited till like towards evening a little bit. I had like an hour and a half, 2 hours before dark. So I'm just gonna stop them like I would like I'm bow hunting. I'm just gonna go down in them. I know they're in the aspen patch.
Was there leaves on them still?
Yeah. I don't know. There's some of the smaller ones have leaves, but most of the big ones are all gone.
Blown off.
Yeah. So I was like, but you can't see in it because there's no snow.
Yeah. There's no contrast.
Yeah. It's very difficult. But luckily he was in a small aspen patch. It was kind of like a long, rectangular shape, so I kind of knew what it looked like a little bit. And so I started moving my way down through there. It's like walking really slow, using my little puff ball like I would if I was bow hunting. Just keep going really slow, and all of a sudden I saw this little 4-point. And he had a doe next to him. I'm like, that's the 4-point. That was with the buck. I saw him the next morning, and then I saw the doe right there, and I was like, okay, that's his doe as well. And then all of a sudden I look over a little further, and here he is, just this lip curl thing, just like that picture.
So he was full rutting.
He was full rutting right there, which I never saw another deer the whole time rutting at all.
Neither did we, man.
Just did the little lip curl, and like, oh my god, it's a picture perfect. He was like, I didn't even range it. It was like 100, 120 yards away. I pulled up my rifle, just offhand, just slugged him right there. Ran a little bit. I got like 3 shots on him every time, and then boom, he fell down, and
there's no camera tricks with that buck.
No, that's why I was like, I'm gonna sit right next to the side of the deer.
You don't need
not gonna do anything behind him.
No jokes. So
sure.
Break him down. What does he end up scoring? You had a net score, right? Like
I had him, gross scored at 201 and 201 3/8
as a 4x4.
Yep. And he's doesn't have any eye guards.
He's just
big
big.
giant frame.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's all frame.
20 and 6/8 G2s. Yeah, just a stud. Like
big old beams. What was mean beams?
25.
That's
25
you're bigger than that.
Yeah, I know. He's just 25.
But he's probably 25 inside, so it works out perfect, right? 20 inches on the backs. Oh, he's so badass.
Yeah, it's just a sweet buck. And it's like to go from struggling like that to seeing a giant deer was just like perfect. And then I get over there, still not knowing if he was a 180 buck, 190 buck. All I saw was a giant frame. And I was like, I have to go after you because I haven't seen anything this whole week. But then to have that happen, I like had very little cell phone like battery left, so I called my dad really quick. Tell him, I was like, okay, get a picture really quick. So I try to go. I haven't even gone down to the buck yet. I go down to the buck, try to take a photo, and right when my phone dies, so I can't do anything. My friend Ben doesn't know when I'm coming back because like,
you're alone.
I'm alone. And so I like get in my sat messenger. I sat messaged my boss like, hey, give me Ben's number so I can text him, let him know. And I start texting my dad, and I start doing all this stuff. And I was like, as I'm starting to text everyone, like my dad, my fiance, I just like break down in tears, and I'm just like looking at this deer, and I'm just right here. It's like, what is happening right now? Like this is what I earned, like trained for all year, like scouted for all year. I actually marked that spot on Google Earth when I was scouting.
Really?
Like this is the spot I need to check out.
Yeah, because it's just distance from roads and remoteness.
It was so remote. I mean, that's why I never saw a single person back there that like, and it was that high country third season. No one really wanted to go that high. I wasn't expecting it, but
in there.
I mean, just the pack out was nasty, so it was all fun. Like it was.
You did it all by yourself?
All by myself.
Single trip?
I thought about like, I can come back the next day, but I was like, I have nothing else to do.
One bad trip's better than 2 easy trips.
And so I deboned them all, put them all on my back after I took like 500 some photos. And I still got back and I'm like, man, I should have taken more photos. What was I doing? Maybe I should have got some daylight photos, just a rack or something like that. But yeah, I packed them all the way out, going through all these like oak brush and getting oak brush tunnels. You're like, oh, it's a dead end. Got to come all the way back around.
Yeah, no trails.
Go back up, and it's like you can never get through it. So
oak brush is a mofo, man.
It's the worst.
We hate it. Oh.
Yeah, you guys have it bad up there.
Trashes your gear too.
So I didn't get up back to the truck until I think it was 3:30 in the morning.
Small price to pay.
Yeah, so it was almost 24 hours I was out there going out one
day. That's right. Oh my gosh.
And it was just brutal. I was just so, and like Ben's like, I don't know why you're not exhausted right now. I was just wired. I was just like, I can just go run back out there right now and go find another deer, pay more tags, and it was a blast. It was very fortunate.
So you killed two. There's 2 weeks apart, and then all of a sudden I'm like, dude, the guy's still going.
I had more tags. Montana tagged my family, and so we shot four awesome Montana deer. Not the biggest deer in Montana, but Montana just has 140, 150.
It probably meant just as much to you.
Oh yeah,
the stomping grounds.
Yeah, I've been hunting there for 8 years since I switched my residency over. I lived in Montana, and just it's funny looking at my GPS tracks on Google Earth. Like we've killed so many bucks out of these same spots in Montana. Like we know in the back of our hand. Like there's gonna be deer there every year, and every year there is. And
I love those back pockets.
And every year we find sheds with like kickers and weird stuff. I'm like, where were these bucks at? Honestly, they drop in
every buck in here.
They drop in the same spot they rut because it's Montana. And there's just like the break stuff. So they
no
don't
transition.
migrate.
Yeah.
And it's like we've never seen these deer. And so we keep going back. Like maybe we're gonna find this big old kicker buck one year, but we never do.
Those are the ghosts, man.
Yeah.
Nocturnal suckers.
Yeah.
Well, cool, dude. Well, that's it. I mean, that was the first thing I want to talk about. I know you've killed tons of other stuff, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this season.
tell us about this little guy.
That is actually from it's one of those prank birthday gifts I got back in the day. Actually, from one of my good friends. They,
Tiny little cow.
Yeah, a little cat. They're like, here, Brady, you're going to Montana. You're gonna shoot some cows. So here's a cow. And had a bunch of cow elk tags at the time.
So let's see the spread, man. Show us.
Yeah, we can show the man. We can go to the man cave.
Yeah,
now, or
I'm already spying. Whatever you want. I mean, you got some sweet elk sheds.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be a big shed hunter when I was in Montana, so we found a lot of elk sheds, big piles of moose sheds in the bedroom, and so we were very fortunate. But I lived in northwest Montana, so we had a lot of moose up there. And
what's the closest big town?
I mean, Kalispell is probably a pretty big sized town. It's where the big ski resort is.
Say you're a big skier, aren't you?
Yeah. Otherwise, it was like 2.5 hours from Missoula, which is the college town I went to school in.
I met the Montana Wild Boys. We went hunting bears with them. We're good buddies with them now.
Yep.
Yeah, they're really good guys.
Yeah, I kicked myself for not doing more of that when I lived in Montana.
Yeah, I bet.
So yeah, then we go into the cave.
I didn't even see it, dude.
Yeah. So.
Oh,
Unfortunately, it's all crammed in here right now until we get our new house, but we're here now. This is the wall of art. If you look really close, he has scars all over his face. His whole nose is broken up. And so I was shot him the second day with my bow. And the guys before I get there like, yeah, Brady, you might have a chance with your bow. It might not. Like, might not work out. Shot him the second day. Shot the moose the third day. And I'm done. We had a 15-day hunt. And my dad still has a moose tag. And the rest of the time we struggled finding moose. And it's like, then it started snowing, it started raining. So I'm like, I'm glad I got the high country stuff out of the way right away before it got sketchy up there. And then, yeah, I was fortunate enough to get the moose. And that bull is super cool. It has that weird curve to his nose. And he's just goofy.
God, they do have a long nose. That's crazy.
That's what I thought about, Like, I can't imagine guys who get shoulder mounts on moose. Man, shoulder mount would be like way up here.
Yeah, you only do one, that's for sure. I would just pin the horns and just switch them out if you kill more than one. Yeah. So this is a really cool mount.
Yeah, that's my Nevada buck.
That thing's, man.
They're just so great. Everyone who sees them's like, oh, that's like the worst mount I've ever seen. Because they always see the cape, but they don't understand. Like,
that's what they look like in the summer. They're ugly. They have skinny necks.
You have to get that within the first couple days. They have that much like good summer coat.
Yeah, all the bone in their face. Yeah. They look like an alien.
They look like they're unhealthy in a way.
These are great beams, man.
Yeah, he actually busted off everything right here when he fell.
Oh no!
He tumbled down an avalanche chute, and I was like, I had to shoot him twice. I shot him the first time, and then shot him again, and he starts tumbling, and boom! I saw this big old tine pop up in the air.
Sean Morgan had a buck that broke off right at the base.
Yeah, like that. It was just brutal. Luckily, it was in a spot where it curved right here. I snapped one of my arrows in half and kind of spliced it together, and was able to make it work. But
dude, that is really cool. I like how again, these caves are my favorite.
They're so hard to get like that.
The transition. Ask Rocky. She sees I've got a couple, and she just like.
I'm not a fan, but
the more nappy. They look like they have what's that called? The mange.
Yeah,
they have mange.
Yeah.
I got a mangy doe on one of my trail cams. I'm like, I thought it was like a transition.
And I think it's really cool too because you can see the taxidermy scars in the back because their capes are so thin.
Sure. Yeah, the stitches and everything.
It's like it adds so much character to it.
And then where there's not hair, like the muscle and just it's so tight. It's like a pit bull. It's just tight on them.
Yeah.
It's very cool. And this is the one, babe. You gotta get it. She understands these. She killed a tank coos deer.
I love coos.
Look at the mat, dude. That thing is so much.
When after I got back,
great mount.
I'm shooting that deer. Everyone was like driving back, and they were on the radios like, Brady, did you make it back okay? And I'm like, guys, I shot a deer. Like, you got one? I was like, yeah. Like, how big is it? And I was like, I didn't know how big a coos deer was. Like, I won that hunt and went down there. And everyone's like, oh yeah, you're going down. You're taking a bow to a gunfight here. Like, you're gonna struggle the whole time. And yeah, I struggled trying to do spot and stock on him until finally I sat water. And the first day I sat water, he came out, shot him at 30 yards, ran across a pond, got up on the dike, tumbled over, fell in the water, just like, what just happened again? It's like one of those things again, like a third day thing, like third day, and then so I'm on the radio back to the lodge and like, how big is your deer? And like, it looks like it has 11-inch G2s. They're like, are you talking about the right? Possible. Are you talking about the right?
You shot a mule, you dummy.
Yeah, and like, it's 11-inch G2s, and his beams come all the way around and wrap
tips
over.
Come in.
And yeah, we got back, and everyone's there. And this is like snapping photo after photo.
Dude, I was in Mexico and I was hearing about it.
Yeah, everyone's just like, everyone want to take a photo with my buck. Everyone's
so
setting the buck over
jealous,
here. It was just like,
They're
what are
so
the
hard to
odds?
kill with the bow. They're so hard to kill with the bow.
the closest I got.
Even on water,
Yeah.
they come in like they're just scared of everything.
I had another buck come down. It's just a little like 2x3 or something like that. He came down like 150 yards from the water. Looked at it for a little bit. The wind was perfect coming right at me. Got spooked and just left. Like for whatever reason, he just didn't think the water was safe.
Someone told me in Arizona, because I'm obsessed with coos deer, but you got to realize even bobcats get them.
Yeah.
So they're the bottom rung of the food chain, and so they're always nervous, especially in the desert, the water, they get bombed.
Yeah, I would almost love to see one, like full body, like they're like that big,
They're tiny.
She
saw that's a fantastic mount. I mean, I love the stonework and the prickly pear.
Yeah.
Is he 125?
He ended up grossing 120 and 2/8, and then netted 110 and 1/8.
So he's Boone and Crockett net.
Yep.
And he's got like, unfortunately, a deduction, even though it's super rad.
Yeah.
This is really cool. Who did this?
That was Clay Goldman out of Arizona.
I was gonna say whoever did it knows. Who knows?
Make sure I got a cruiser guy go for
Yeah,
it.
that's actually got a pretty big form.
Yeah.
Her buck had a great big head. You see the
Huge
mass?
head, yeah.
See how much? I mean, they just get her deer's young, but it has a dropper and everything.
Yeah, that was sick.
It doesn't have the mass though. The older they get, man, trolls.
I can see why guys get so addicted to those suckers. I mean,
They're tough to kill. I mean, I know with a long range setup, they're not that tough, but you got to watch them, and they're sneaky little suckers.
Yeah.
So do you got some rad antelope? I like that middle one.
Yeah. So Montana was nice because I could draw archery tags every year.
Cheater.
Oh
Yeah,
my
you got like 4
gosh.
points. You got one on each side, and
All archery.
all archery bucks. The one that's mounted in the corner. That was my first archery buck.
It's a stud.
Then after that, I just started finding really good deer and antelope. And that's what stinks now. It's like I moved down here, and it's like I miss those over-the-counter antelope tags. Like they're pretty much 100% draw.
Show him this coos deer award. I hear it's
The
cool
what?
for his coos.
Oh yeah.
See, don't you look? He looks like he's 11, and he's
I know,
five.
baby.
5
You
foot
look
6.
a lot younger in this photo.
This is the Brady Miller I knew
Yeah, there's a lot
from
of
social media, and I'm like, this dude's a giant. I had no idea.
Every now and back in the day, I had a goatee thing too.
You startled me in Utah the first one. Like, he looks just like him, but there's no way.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the
beast.
tank.
This is Colorado buck.
My heck.
So yeah, he's just
Dang.
time length for
Dude,
days.
he's
I mean,
dark too.
Yeah.
Just black horns. Look at the mass.
and it's almost just cool he doesn't have agar. Just like
No.
if he grass maybe he just never grew him. But it's like big deer like that doesn't need to have everything.
No.
And it's cool too. Like you see that side profile. Like no one ever thought. Like when I did the front view, like oh he has decent force. And you turn the side, and he's just like.
I cannot believe that's
Massive.
25 inches.
Yeah.
I thought 28 at least, 27.
And this one's actually just as long as this other one, but just has that little snaky curve to it. And
So very
he's back.
net scores very well.
yeah.
Oh, black horns.
Yeah.
Look at those bases. It's an older buck. Look
Yeah.
how wide that is.
I actually saved all their teeth this year. I'm going to mail my teeth in to get lab age. So.
Never done that. What are you thinking on him?
I've heard
6 or
5.5,
6
6.5.
I was going to get 6 just because
And he's a big skull plate
big
too.
noggin. He's got, dude, look at all the wavy character in there. I didn't even see that one. What a neat buck, dude.
Yeah, she's going to be cool.
Congratulations.
The Wyoming buck's at the tax rooms right now. I'm just waiting.
Yeah, I was hoping. You told me that.
But
You're going to have, so who's going to do that one?
I have a friend in California who is a fireman mainly, but then he also has a taxidermy shop full time too. Jason Schillinger, he drew that like Nevada Silver State Bighorn sheep tag or Desert Bighorn sheep tag. So he's pretty well connected in the hunting community. He does a good job with that.
Do you shoot your bow in here?
Yeah. This is my
You do?
normal setup. I'm like right here from like 5 yards, just like blank.
I say with your draw length, you're probably
I know,
touching
it's
it.
still like,
They'll never let the string.
yeah, I was trying to break the string. It's my little game.
No, that's cool. That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah.
Because it's hard
is.
in the summer in Vegas, it's 120 degrees out.
You're not shooting outside.
You can't go outside, so I shoot in here quite a bit. And
So let's
some tunes.
let's see your rigs, man.
yeah, here's the bow rig.
That's a big bow.
Yeah, this is the 1934 long draw.
So you're 33-inch draw?
Yeah, I have like 31 3/4. And I always try to extend it a little bit, so I can get up to like 32.
And then you're pulling 70 pounds?
80 pounds.
Jeez,
Yeah.
dude.
Wow.
So I launch a, was it 440 grain arrow at like 313? And so it just hits with so much momentum.
Oh, no.
That's why I like shooting here. I have to use like this target a lot, and then like I go to range and try to shoot like spots or whatever.
Blow right through.
It blow right through, and I
Blow
like
right
go to
through.
the upper edge of a target and just like.
Big time weight on your back ball.
Oh yeah, 16 ounces on the back, and it kind of angled down more, so I feel a little more mass weight. Because I have a bad thing with target panic. That's why I shoot in here a lot, trying to get rid of target panic. So like mass weight helps me like I'm settling a little bit, kind of comes back a little bit, so I don't drop low. But
I've never seen one mount this low either.
yeah, I kind of had to drill their stabilizer hole out a little, or their quiver hole out a little bit further to make it work. But
It doesn't affect like any like dampen, like vibration
No.
or anything? Like, I mean, I know this is the only functional moving part, but
yeah, I've always shot a back bar for. I mean, I've shot more weight now that for whatever reason I feel like I need more weight. But I mean, I only have 2 ounces up front, so really this is only not just helping me stability a little bit.
you got a black gold.
Black Gold, yeah, I think that's their pure driven 75 model
that's
one.
legit. And then just a rattle can paint job.
Rattle can paint job, yep.
Dude, those are legit. There's no shimmer to it.
I know, like I always see like tripods even like guys are like sitting there with a tripod like you don't need to paint a bow, and it's like everything shines like
For
a tripod shines with a
$2
rifle.
can of spray paint.
Yeah.
Eliminate that variable. Just it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, even like I said, rifle hunting it makes a difference too. I feel like, and
The benefit is
for a lot of guys use the back in the day to get more speed out of their bow, but right now I use it to spine my arrows correctly with 80-pound limbs because it's like
no arrow
arrow
can
can
hang
work.
with your jaw length and your
yeah, they
poundage.
always are under spine. I also can like torque tune it by moving in or out and test my groupings to figure out that exact sweet spot. Like so, it's behind my wrist line.
I've never seen one that deep.
And it's
Randy
just like,
Ulmer actually shoots one like that.
That's how I got it all from Randy
Yeah.
Ulmer. And like all the target guys, I take everything from the target side of it and I throw it in bow hunting, try to make it simple still, but it definitely, like if you have a little bit of hand movement, it's going to throw your arrow off because it's so far behind your pivot point. So you really have to that's why I'm sitting here all the time at this close distance, just working on form, working on back tension, zoning out
That
a little
string
bit.
idea is brilliant, man. I
know,
love it.
I
Aim
like
small,
that.
miss small. We get bored shooting in
good
our
idea.
garage or basement because we just shoot dots, but
And you would be surprised how hard it is to actually dead center it and like cut it to make
split
the
the
wood fall.
sucker.
You'll hit it, nick it off the side, you'll
Well,
push
yeah,
it in.
you gotta be. You're
gotta
talking
be-
tip.
So have you done it before then?
I've only done it once.
Once. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Then my fiance will get in here and she'll shoot her bow right here. And
I was
she's
gonna
trying
ask
to
you.
hit it all the time. And,
Drill bow in there.
yeah.
You got the EXO mountain pack. I got the same one.
Oh yeah, I think it's all dirty. I need to wash that.
Yeah, we've loved ours. Absolutely loved them.
They're meat hauling machines too.
They are. They're so stiff and light and just everything. I mean, they're built. I just like how they're just built by hunters. You just tell, like, oh, the guy that made this knows exactly what I'm going through right now.
There's no extra frills. There's no extra bells and whistles on it. It's
I
just
told
like
Steve,
hunting.
I was like, why don't you put more pockets in there? He goes, make your own pockets, man. He's like, we're leaving it basic because
Yep.
I had a Kuiu icon before, and it's like, I mean, I had like chapstick and this little. There's like
you get more
millions
things
of
that
zippers.
squeak them when they're all that stuff. It's just
That's
simple.
it. This is just a big bag, open on top, and then you pull it off for the meat. So what's you're a rifle guy. Let's see your rig over there.
Well, yeah, so
That thing is badass.
yeah, I'm trying to
Oh,
get it a little more
gosh.
custom. So that's a 300 Win mag on a Browning X bolt, and 6x24x50 Vortex scope.
The PST.
Nice.
Yep.
Beautiful, dude. Got a muzzle brake,
Yeah.
cheek plate.
I've actually been playing around with these lately too. There's little spikes on the end to kind of like actually dig it into stuff.
Oh,
If like
yeah.
put on a log or something like that. So it won't.
Is that
slide.
aftermarket,
Yeah,
or-
it's aftermarket. So it's like a regular Harris bipod, and you
Right.
can pop them out and put them in. It's like geeky, whatever rifle.
What's
guys
your
are
trigger? I've never seen that trigger. Does that just come on it?
What?
That just the
Yeah, it
Browning
comes-
trigger?
Yep, comes on it. Yeah, it's adjustable from like 5 to 3. I think I have mine like at 2.5 actually.
Light as possible.
So it's actually an awesome stock gun.
Did you say what is caliber?
300 Win mag.
300 Win. That's right.
Yep.
Cool. I noticed do you reload or?
My dad reloads all mine right now, and then I'm just about ready to set up a reloading thing myself and try to do some 215 burgers, and they're expensive, yeah. I
They
don't
are.
know my archery stuff though. That's why I geek out on the archery side and like way fletching, away like wrap and all that. My dad does the same thing with rifles, so we're kind of like
my dad's my mad scientist.
yeah.
This Christmas present every year. Here's your bullet. Me and Rocky both get our hand loads.
Yeah.
There you go. It's so
Christmas and our birthdays.
Yeah, exactly.
So what bullet are you shooting? What's the
Right now, 180 nozzle partitions.
partitions?
And then, like, I was just talking to my dad the other day, we're going to switch to 215 burger hybrids.
Nice.
Try those out, try to get a little more.
So I went to a lot. I shoot a 300 rum. I was shooting 180s, and if you look at like downrange in energy, that it's better with those higher BC, heavier bullets. And you think it's slower, it's bad.
Yeah.
Dude, 3,000 feet per second is still cooking.
And my dad's always been a proponent of shoot mag rifles. You hit the deer, it's going to fall over.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, it's true.
No, that's very cool. So you're a two-trick pony. Or you got not two-trick pony. You got two-pony trick, basically.
We might have a muzzleloader tag in Utah this year if everything goes right. So
Hey, right on, man.
we'll see.
Cool, yeah. Throw that scope on
I
there.
had good luck. So.
Yeah, right. Rocky did okay with the muzzle.
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
it.
with that new scope law, it's awesome.
Yeah. She actually on her buck, she had that thing turned up to 12. And her buck was 200 yards, and she's like, "It's just shaking. It's so windy." I'm like, "No, it's not the wind." And then after she did it, I looked at him like, "Oh my god!" She still killed her deer.
Yeah.
But at 12x at 200 yards, I mean, I could
Way
see.
too
move
close.
around, yeah.
Yeah. So I've been teaching her, especially with long range, how you just back that thing down.
That's the only nice thing about Las Vegas. You can go anywhere out here and shoot long
Oh,
range. And
no
you
one
can, you can
cares.
launch them out there in the BLM.
You're just shooting over the dead mafia corpses
Yeah.
out there. You shot some dogs. Those are obviously not locals.
Yeah, Montana stuff. Yeah, that's what I wish I could still do nowadays. And
Are you going to get back to Montana like permanently? Or do you think
I'm hoping we could move to maybe Colorado or Montana again because most of my stuff's online. And
I was wondering about that. So you guys have a physical location?
yeah, we have a physical office. Like the really nice thing about it is probably meetings and stuff. So we're still kind of new. We're at like our third year right now.
Yeah.
So we're still in the brainstorming stage of everything. So it's nice to be face to face.
So Lorenzo lives here too?
Yep, Lorenzo, Chris, our CEO, and.
Nice, man.
But yeah, eventually I think we'll get to the point where we can work more remotely and I can go, live somewhere else. And
So you just got engaged.
yep, got engaged.
Congratulations. I thought you were married for some reason. I don't know why. But that's just because guys don't care about that crap. She gets so
We
mad.
care about these.
That's all like, oh, you got a fiance? Cool. So what about this antelope?
Yeah.
No offense at all. we it's all important, but this show's about hunting and that stuff. So when do you guys have a date and stuff?
Yeah, we're gonna do it July 13th in Anchorage, Alaska.
Right.
So we're gonna go out on some remote lake, up in the glaciers, and just do some cool. She's never been to Alaska. I've never been to Alaska, and we wanted to go to Montana, but it's like we might as well go to Alaska if you're gonna go to Montana.
Yeah.
From Vegas here, we don't want to do anything in Vegas. But
Is she getting into hunting at all?
yeah, she actually
I saw the bow.
shot her first turkey last year. She ended up shooting with a shotgun, but couldn't get one with her bow. But yeah, and then she's really stoked about mule deer. And
So you're her introduction. There's no.
yep, she never hunted before that. Yeah, she now loves wild game meat, just devours it. Like she's like, make more burger. Every time I bring something home, she's like, just loves mule deer burger. And so yeah, we're trying to find like an earlier season rifle hunt. She had a really late season tag 2 years ago in Nevada. Drew it with 0 points. Got really lucky. And yeah, we got snowed in almost every single day.
Oh,
and it was
no.
like 5 degrees. It was 5 degrees
The
out.
weather was too
Oh.
good.
Yeah, and she's just tiny girl who can't handle like it's so cold for her, and it was really brutal. But yeah, so she wants to get into hunting more. But turkeys right now, I think she's like, we go to Arizona, we'll go to Utah. We'll, like
She's
I love
got
shooting
one.
turkeys. Yeah,
I've learned, and this is how everybody is. Every critter's fun to hunt. I don't care what it is. And you don't know until you've hunted it. Because I first time I hunted antelope, I'm like, these things are so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Turkeys and Rocky, it's so fun hunting with your wife or your girlfriend.
yeah.
Because for me, I don't know. I'm not saying I've lost my love, but sometimes you get disconnected. I'm so hungry about just one up in my last buck or getting that deer I got a name for that I kind of look past all the fun and just watching her get excited and. I mean, standing behind her and letting her shoot, it's torture.
Yeah.
I mean, ask her. I was so worked up with her that I couldn't even I had to sit down because I had no control. It's like.
And then it's seeing them the emotional breakdown afterwards, everyone
Well, I
experiences.
was afraid she's gonna miss.
Yeah, and she's worked so hard. We had a turkey tag the year before, didn't get one. This next year she got one. It's just
oh, it's super fun.
Yeah.
It's next level. I think it's my transition up in hunting. I thought it'd be killing bigger stuff, but I never kill big stuff. So now it's gonna be just helping her kill big stuff.
exactly what my Thanksgiving hunt I do every year in Montana. It's with my dad, and my brother. It's just we go and have fun. We shoot whatever deer we see. It's just all of us are just having a good time the whole way.
Yeah.
There's not that, I need to shoot a really big deer. I need to find this deer I scouted, like you're saying. It's just going out, whatever happens, happens. And
So the first thing, I'm so glad you touched upon it, because when I remember you, I always remember your photos are just super, super good. And I talked with Sean Morgan about this. He takes good field photos as well.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have what do you recommend to guys? Because I mean, I love that these are all self-timed, like or remoted.
Yeah.
So you're by yourself in the backcountry. What do you recommend? What are some basic stuff that you tell guys to get photos like yours? Because they're awesome.
Like I have a DSLR with like 3-4 exchangeable lenses, but like most guys don't need that. Like if you got a Canon, like what are they, like G12s or something like that? Just anything with good megapixels, good, you know, anything with that'll take good color, good focus for simple point and shoot. Set on a tripod. Get the little self-timer remote. Don't do the 10-second thing, then run back and do one picture. Then you're going to take 5-10 pictures. Like I think
because it's a pain in the ass, so you give up, right?
Yep. And
I like it.
And if you're gonna, they're like $10, you know, Bluetooth remote things that you can get. Even the ones that you can use for like your digiscoping setup with your phone. I think you can actually set your phone up and, you know, click it like that and get more harvest photos. Like
sure.
I'm just sitting there clicking on my clicker the whole time, doing different poses this way, this way, this way.
It's a memory card.
Myself.
You can delete them if they don't work out. Take every angle imaginable.
And I always say too, like if you can pack the weight, carry a DSLR. You don't have to get like the $2,000 DSLR. Like there's stuff, you know, a kit lens and a kit camera can be $800, like a Canon T2i or something like that.
I have a T3 and I bought it at Costco.
Yeah.
And all I've done is upgraded lenses, but the body's the same.
The bodies are fine.
I can't even figure out all the stuff it does.
Mm-hmm.
And people think I'm a camera guy. No. I just bought it because I heard it needed it.
If you can buy a $500 body and then maybe buy an $800 lens,
You're
just
rocking.
rock that one setup. Get a good lens for landscape photos so you can have blow-ups up on the wall, or and just I guess practice all the time and learn how to take self-timer photos. Like you'll be in that situation. Like I hunt solo all the time.
Learn,
it's like
I believe your pictures are all self-shot. That's so cool.
And the stupid thing is, when I take it, I'm like, I have a backpack home. I'm gonna set my tripod right here, walk out in front of it, take a self-timer photo, and then like turn around. I have all this weight on. I don't want to be doing that. But it's like I want to capture the memory.
You know you want that picture.
Yeah, it's like that's why I always want to go with someone and hunt. Cause I just want to like take photos the whole time. It's like I would love to have someone follow me around and do that same thing, just for memory side of it.
Dude, I'm ashamed, but I myself filming, I've slacked on it because it's just a pain. It's like so hard to like. I usually put my tripod with my camera in my backpack, but when I used to film, I just carried that and my bow.
Yeah.
So I put it down and shoot myself walking by. But that's going to be my New Year's resolution, just to take more time, because it's not, I like to share the hunts and other guys see them, but for me, they're my little precious little memories. So, I mean, I don't know, capture every second of it, because
from the hike in to sitting in your tent to rainstorms, like they're all cool memories. Like even if you don't post it on social media, it's just like your own little thing.
That's it. Forget that. Social media was like a motivator, kind of made me accountable. Like guys know I went, they know I filmed, I better get this out. But you're right. At the end of the day, it's for you. It's for your kids. My little girls watch all my stuff, or they've seen them all and they just love it. And I took my little girl on my last elk hunt, and just having her be a part of it. Again, it's that thing. Like it's that perpetual. We're at that level now. We're like sharing it with others is like more fulfilling than just whacking stuff.
I like to do it for like all my friends back in like Minnesota who don't come out here and hunt. Like
I bet
they don't come on the West. They always see my photos all the time. I give like my parents prints sometimes, like big senior stuff, so they love it. And it's just like taking photos is good. It's worth the time.
This is something. I knew you were a really successful archer, but I didn't know you were at this level where you're doing your own,
I geek out here so bad. Yeah, that's where I spend most of my time, and I built my own like hooter shooter thing over here. And
so, what do you recommend to guys that like? I mean, I'll be honest with you, dude. Like, I don't have a bow press. I'm not like a bow guy. I really am not. Like, I mean, I walk in the shop and I say, "Is it good?" What do you recommend to the average guy that's just getting started bow hunting? Like,
I think every guy should learn to build all their stuff.
I love it.
I mean, when I slowly did it, like at first I bought an arrow saw. That was my first thing. I bought little stuff to weigh out all my little components. And I was like, well, I'm building my arrows. I'm still having the bow, do my bow press and all that crap. Why not buy a bow press the next year? Now I have that. And the next year I might buy, I don't know what it is, another Bitzenberger, so I can do different setups here and there. And it's like slowly you'll have all the tools to do it. And later on you're like, okay, now I need an arrow saw to square myself, or a squaring jig. It's like you can build the pieces very slowly and get by. Like go to the archery shop for maybe setting your new string up, setting stuff like that.
Complicated.
But learn how to adjust your sight left or right. Learn how to adjust your third axis. Like once you get in the field and something goes wrong, then it's like I wish I would have known how to do that. So that's why I kind of going through. And like when I lived in Montana, like archery shops were 30, 40 miles away, and it's like I needed to get my bow tuned.
Self-sufficient.
Yeah, and it kind of made sense. And now here when I do it, I tune everyone's bow in the office. It's like kind of what I'm known for in the office. Like, Brady, this new bow. Get set up for me.
Are you a fly fisherman too?
Oh yeah. Definitely was fly fisherman in Montana.
it's next level, and it's a respect. I mean, it's something that I need to work on. Like, I'm bloodthirsty, and I like to just get up there and go. But like the bottom line is like you got to master your trade. You know,
Yeah, it's an art. You know, like
it
fly
really
fishing's
is.
an art. And it's like building an arrow is an art. Like shooting your own bow. And after you have it all done, it's like I set that up and it shoots really nice. And I can like doesn't shoot nice one day. Maybe it was my shooting, or I'll twist a string here or there, make the cams all level again. And it's like
that's cool that you can even see that stuff. I need to. That's something I need to improve on. I can look at that bow and just tell. Like, there's guys like me that get their bows painted red for attention, and then there's guys that actually kill stuff, and that's what their bows look like. That's just straight up mean. And like I said, that's a Randy Omer look, because, I mean, I've even seen, doesn't he paint his shafts too?
yep, he painted the shafts. Yeah, he'll take them because like even these have the sheen on it. You know.
Yeah.
It's like
Sean Morgan acetones them off.
mm-hmm. It makes sense.
It does.
It's like those little small. Even if it doesn't make total sense, like yeah. Doing some of this might just help my confidence in my head, but if it's helping my confidence, I might shoot better. I might make that shot at 40 yards where someone might not have.
That is big time, because there's enough going on that you better be solid on everything that you can control, because everything else will go wrong. It's a fact.
Yeah, feel good, shoot good.
I love it, man. If you're thinking, hey, my bow's, it's not my bow. You're thinking about killing, and it's just eliminating one more factor. And I mean, I'm telling you,
you're not like, oh, did the guy at the archery shop glue my arrows on correctly because now it's 105 degrees out? Like, no, you did them yourself. You know that you trust it more, and it's like you're more in tune with it.
Very, very smart. Yeah, he's really meticulous about painting his tripods, and then what size are your shoes?
13s.
Oh, that's not that bad.
No.
All your Solomons.
Oh yeah.
10 pairs. Very meticulous, very organized. We're seeing a pattern here with these slayers. They're all OCD to the max.
I finally got my whitetail bucks back. Those are the ones I shot way back in Minnesota, my first couple deer.
I was going to say, they're white horned. They can't be. I figured
Really white.
Ohio or Iowa or something.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your connection with Minnesota?
That's where I was born.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, my parents are still back there, my brother and everything. So I grew up there, and ever since then I was like, I need to go out west. And so like Montana wasn't like a college spot for me; it was a hunting spot.
Oh,
like,
because you said Missoula because you went to school. Now, did you? So your dad, like, I noticed you guys are real close.
Mm-hmm.
So is he a big Western hunter too?
He's this big whitetail hunter, but he's like I need to do all these big things. Like he went on Dolph sheep last year. He's been to Africa a couple times. Yeah, he's a bucket list guy. He's definitely a whitetail junkie at heart, though. He keeps saying, like, every time I go to Montana, it's like, Brady, find me a good whitetail spot. Like, yeah, we're shooting mule deer. We're in Montana.
Yeah, we're hunting mule deer. He's going to see one of these and be like, what's that garbage?
Yeah, you know.
Big whitetail guys do not like, they're not impressed by coos deer. Like,
because they look the same. Like, someone walking in here wouldn't know it. Like, oh, yeah, it's a 120 whitetail.
I saw coastal blacktail. They're little muleys, the same thing. I was like, I don't get it. And then I started chasing them, and I still haven't killed one, and now I'm like, okay. Those things are super badass.
Yeah, I wish I had more of my bow fishing stuff set up, because I shot that with my bow at paddlefish.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was going to ask about it. We went around it. Where was that at?
That was in Montana, too.
Where at?
Eastern Montana. They have a little reservoir thing on the Missouri River. You could shoot them. So that was also one of my crazy hobbies back in the day.
50 pounds?
That was 75.
Holy crap, dude.
Yeah, that's another weird obsession of mine, just shooting
I
fish
know
with a bow.
nothing about them.
Yeah, these are the bows I used to shoot, too, with bow fishing. So those Oneida.
That's what I want to get
osprey.
into.
So it's kind of like a recurve with limbs who kind of have cams in a way.
What the heck?
That's crazy.
Steel cables.
Yeah.
So it's you can like draw it back like a recurve, like throughout the whole draw curve. It's still whatever pounds. I think it's 30 pounds right now.
No let off whatsoever.
No let off. Yep. So you can snap shoot it. And it's crazy. I used to have like a regular Zetco reel on it. You could shoot it and reel them in. And
that's super cool.
I was big into that back in the day.
That's done work too.
Oh yeah, that's fish nasty slime all over that thing.
That thing's awesome.
So
that's very cool.
A little redneck, but it's shoot all the time.
Do you have, like, with your own stuff? I mean, I know your social media accounts. Do you have your own website?
No, I always thought about it for photography stuff, and I never did.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
Mm-mm.
So it's just gohunt.com, and then, I mean, you guys, like, whenever I laugh at, it's the best toilet reading ever. They have some of the coolest articles, like top 50 muleys of all time.
Oh, those
I'll just go through them for hours.
The biggest brown time box.
Yeah,
whatever
random stuff that I eat up. Like, I love it. I need to post more of it because
it's just fun. It's like scouring Google. Like, okay, what am I going to search for today? I'm like trying to figure out random crap and put them on an article form.
What other services do you have? Like, I mean, because I I've looked at your stuff, but I haven't dug.
Yeah, the biggest part of it is our insider stuff. That's all our research stuff, like how to apply in the West, how to navigate the draw odds, how to find out your trophy areas. But basically, we have like a filtering 2.0, we call it. We could take, say you want to hunt Colorado, you want to find a 170 or better buck. It's going to start eliminating all those units in Colorado that don't have a potential to produce those type of bucks. And you can say, well, I want 40% harvest success or better. Now it's going to start narrowing down those units that typically have 40% or higher. So you can like choose your own ending type things that I could compare.
Nice, yeah.
So you can narrow it down.
Write your own story.
And then you can enter draws too. Like say I have 8 points, I want 40% or better draws. Now it's going to narrow down again, like 170 buck, harvest success of that, draws of this, and show you the units you have potential to draw. And then you can click into it, gives a big synopsis on what you expect in the unit from harvest photos, terrain, access, vegetation, information on each season, the archery, the muzzle loader, the rifle, tag allocations.
Everything.
All the stuff, yeah.
It's
one-stop shop.
What's it cost a year?
$149 a year.
$149 a year.
We have the draw odds. We have all that stuff. We break down states, application strategy type things. So
it's a good way to get started, man, because I think guys think that like every state and where to go. That's not how it works.
No,
I buy tags, I start learning, and the way you find which tags you use is tag services or research like that.
A lot of people are scared to go to their own state. And it's like, I wish I would have done more when I lived in Montana. Idaho was right next door. Yeah, Montana was great. I shot a lot of stuff in Montana. It was like there's so much more opportunity to venture off, And
yeah, and especially as times it's evolving, like more and more guys are doing it. You got to start diversifying and getting out there.
And it's cool going on more adventures. Like one mountain range is different than another mountain range. And
you killed 3 muleys in a month.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, and you would not have done that if you hadn't have hunted out of state. You hadn't have taken chances. And
all easy to draw tags too. It's fun.
The worst thing I've told people who are like, where do I go in Utah? I'll be like, pick a spot and take 5 years to learn it. And that's why you won't share it with other people, because you actually appreciate what it took.
Yeah.
And I'd be a hypocrite to say I haven't had people help me before, but my spots are my spots because I figured them out, man.
Yeah.
There's no map that tells you where the buck was that one time. And
it's like my Montana spot, like I was saying. It's like you go there every year, like, I know down this draw, it bends over to the right, comes up and over here, there's a glassy spot.
Yeah.
There's always deer there. Yeah. It's like, it's fun when you can do that.
It makes it more rewarding.
It
yeah. It's just like owning your gear. Well, I got a gut check today. I appreciate it, man. You squeeze us in. You got a busy show schedule. This is a bad time of year for guys like you that are
definitely busy.
traveling. So.
It's fun, though. You can see all the friends again, at least.
Freaking pleasure, man.
Hey, it was good.
Appreciate it. I'm so glad I was able to track you down.
Yes, sir. Dad and Meth in the